Hello, my name is Chris and I will review the 2020 Chevrolet Traverse. This tester is the mid-trim RS model and the only option selected is the panoramic roof. But without the roof, this goes for $49,000 Canadian for a mid-size crossover plus destination plus taxes. It should be noted that it felt more like a full-size SUV as far as I was concerned. The exterior styling is a success. The wheel wells bulge out nicely and the dark gray mags complement this color. Big on the outside also means big on the inside. The storage here is a monster and this is truly a functional family vehicle. Also, the second row of captain chairs go down, making it extremely practical. Traverse is handy, no question. Plenty of room here, and I think even for a family of 4, Traverse is a good choice because your children will probably have friends and you can fit them in the back. Some things in this interior are elements of old GM in terms of the interior material quality. The hard plastics, the low-level buttons in the steering wheel, the tiny rearview mirror, and this uninspiring dashboard unit. Other things are sublime. The quiet ride, the V6 engine, 9-speed automatic transmission combination, which seem designed for one another, the comfortable leather seats, the front and side visibility, and an impressive level of general comfort and competency, making it a reasonable daily driver despite its size. The infotainment is standard fare, 8-inch screen, CarPlay and Auto, Bose audio, and HD cameras that are useful when backing up. Pretty well rounded for this price. The engine is a V6 that produces 310 horsepower and 266 pounds of torque. I got that torque figure from Wikipedia as Chevy provides no handy torque figure on its website. This drivetrain returns 13.6 liters in the city and 9.6 liters on the highway. Here are my thoughts on the road. Hello, car lovers driving the 2020 Chevrolet Traverse. Nice catch from Ross. We've had cars during the entire crisis with Ross. That Ross is a hustler with the manufacturers. So, what to say about this vehicle? Well, I was surprised by the exterior styling for such a functional vehicle to have such a nice exterior styling. I think the highlights for me for the exterior are the wheel wells, how they bulge out, and also the darkened out gray mags, which by the way house 20-inch wheels. Those tires are 55 ratio, so they are excellent for our moon-like roads here in Montreal. I like astronomy and sometimes I'm looking at the craters on the moon and they remind me of Montreal's roads. So that's pretty awesome. They deal with that quite well. Speaking of dealing with that quite well, let's talk about the suspension, the engine and the transmission, which I think is a strong point for this vehicle. A smooth engine, nice V6. Some people are going 4-cylinder turbo. I believe in this category you should be V6 or up. That is it. The 9-speed automatic performs flawlessly in terms of not drawing attention to itself, in terms of not overshifting. When I say that, I mean often with these transmissions, to get fuel economy, they're always in perhaps a too low a gear. Well, this is not the case with this transmission. Really easy to drive around with and live with. The suspension, beautifully tuned. This is very comfortable. I'm driving once again in Montreal's shitty roads. I can barely feel a thing, and when I do, it is soft and controlled. So pretty nice on that level. Those are really important points. Nice and quiet for such a big vehicle, which is always welcome. So on the inside comfort, what about it? Well, the seats are comfortable. It has leather seats, though the leather quality, I must say, is quite average. Nice small steering wheel, which is kind of nice. Hard touch materials everywhere, or more or less, and where there is soft touch, there isn't a lot, and it's mostly on the vertical surfaces, not on the horizontal ones. Also, this dash here is really small. Everything else is big on the vehicle except the dash and this rear view mirror. This is the world's tiniest rear view mirror. I can never see everything that's going on in back with this thing. It's really funny. So a little ergonomic flaw there, and that costs nothing to fix. This dash too has to be replaced. The switchgear here for the steering wheel, kind of cheap. I've made that remark before about GM steering wheels. They're nice on the outside, cheap on the inside. Climate control, buttons, really nice, easy to use. And the infotainment, which is, well, it's the same thing as most other infotainments from GM. The screen perhaps just a little bit small, but it is clear. The fonts are nice, easy to read. And the soft buttons here on the bottom are kind of small. but I say that in every video. But I repeat myself all the time because our videos are always standalones. We don't refer to previous videos on my channel. And what else about this vehicle? Well, the space is incredible, really. There's lots of room here. It's kind of amazing that they made such a spacious vehicle with such a good-looking exterior. That's quite awesome that GM did that. I showed you with rows 3 down. Rows 2 I didn't put down because I just don't feel like it. This is not a family outlet, but there is a lot of room here. So overall, this vehicle, quite good, I'd say, though the competitors are ferocious. This is a market that the competitors have sized out. They know exactly what the customer wants, and consequently they resemble themselves quite a bit with few differences which are minor, but that's for you to decide when you're testing them out. So recommendable on the lease. I don't know about the purchase. Perhaps GM is not renowned for the long-term reliability. However, we can't predict the future on that level, and usually what I tell people is you lease it, and if it's good, buy it at the end, and that is it. So those are my thoughts. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then obviously you should subscribe, and that is it.